Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Pamela Pedrick. I am your host and the creator of the Beyond the Food Weight Loss Summit, which starts tomorrow. So I thought I would hop in and go live to share with you how the summit will work so that you can anticipate and know what is going on during the days of the summit. By the way, if you have not registered for the summit, there is a link to the description of the video. Click on the link. It is free to join, to participate. There'll be some activities here in the Facebook group, but to get the content from the speakers, their interviews, or master classes, their training, you do need to sign up for the summit. The link is above. And in the link, in the description, you'll also see that, hey, if you want a sneak peek at what the free gifts they're all are getting, click on the link. It will literally have each day which speakers will be on what day, as well as their free gift. Now, you can't get the free gift just yet. That will start rolling out the day that they do speak. You will have the option to opt in for their free gifts. So you get to see who's giving what to when and where. There are lots of gifts and goodies that they are giving generously for you, the participants of the Beyond the Food Weight Loss Summit. So the purpose of the summit is to give you holistic strategies and systems to help you get to your optimal healthy weight for your unique body, as well as help you to up level your health. We're coming to the end of the year very quickly. So instead of waiting for those New Year's resolutions and waiting till January, these are tips and strategies that they are given to you, their best tips, their best strategies and systems. You can start implementing right away. You don't need to wait for January 2nd, because we all know we really don't start on the 1st, right? Anyone relate to that one? By the way, as you're watching, whether you're watching live or the replay, do let me know where you are tuning in from. And if you can let StreamYard know who you are, otherwise you just pop up as Facebook user with that. So here is how the summit will go down. So you signed up for the summit, you got your confirmation email, you've gotten some emails from me before. Now, if you have not received an email from me, you're like, look, I signed up for the summit, I didn't get any emails, please check your spam folder. I might have ended up in there. Now, if you use a Hotmail email to register, my back office is not going to send you emails. Why? It's because Hotmail has what's called a very high bounce rate, which means Hotmail tends to not get your emails. It just doesn't. So I highly recommend, if you have signed up with a Hotmail account and you didn't get any email from me, sign up if you have an alternate email and sign up with that email instead. There are a couple of email providers where there's such a high bounce back rate that on my end, my service doesn't even attempt to deliver because they just know 99% chance of it not even getting there. It's just one of those things in the tech world that kind of happens. So you signed up for the summit tomorrow morning. This will be 7 a.m. Eastern time. You will get an email that'll say day one, links, access links inside. Now, for some reason, sometimes what can happen is you'll be getting my emails and all of a sudden you're like, whoa, it's day one. Where'd it go? I don't get any email from you. Check your other folders. Gmail is very good at this. It'll give you your stuff and all of a sudden you're like, where'd it go? Check your other folder. So, you have your primary folder for Gmail, then you've got your promotions, and then you've got your third kind of thing. Check all three of your folders as well as spam if you don't see it. Now, if you had signed up and you gave your phone number, which was optional, it was not mandatory, you will be getting a text message around 8 o'clock, 8-ish, with the link to that day's content. So you don't even need to check your email if you don't want to. I highly recommend you do, but just in case. If you're like me, I'd rather get a text message than an email. The link will be right in your text message. You can watch from your phone, your iPad, whatever it may be. All right, so you'll get an email every morning at 7 a.m. with the link to that day's content. You'll see the lineup of speakers, their topic, their talk topic, as well as the free gift that they will be giving and the time of their Q&A. Every speaker is going to come. I'm going to come in live with each of the speakers the day that their content is out. You'll see the time that they're going to go live. This is your opportunity to ask them questions. Maybe there's a question I didn't ask. You're like, oh, well, what about this over here? I'm really interested in this over here. You can ask your questions, either live or the replay, because they will be popping back into the group to answer your questions. up until Sunday, probably Monday night next week of the summit. Even after the summit ends, we'll still be in the group answering your questions. So you'll see the time they're going to go live. Now, I know that many of you are busy, possibly working a full-time job. I get it. The replays will be available all week long. Now, that brings me to your guides, the guide section right here in the group. If you're watching this on YouTube, you have to join and get into the group because I'm going live on YouTube as well. So your group guides, everything summit related is going to be in there. You know how when people are watching replays and, they're commenting and that bumps it up in the feed of the group and you're like, oh, where did day 1 go and it's day 3, or maybe you're on day 2 and day 1 content is popping up to the top? Go to the guides section, okay? Guide 1 is going to have everything in it, summit related. As soon as something pops up, summit-wise on the Facebook group, I put it into the guide. There's 2 guides for the summit, guide 1 and guide 2. So look in your guides section. That way you won't have to scroll through the whole feed and trying to find what you wanted to find. All right, so email 7 a.m. Eastern time with the links, access links. If you gave your phone number when you signed up, you'll also be getting a text message around 8 a.m. with the link to that day's content. However, the text message will not give you who's speaking because I have very limited characters I can use. That will all be in your email. Now, if you're going to miss any part of the summit, I'm going to tell you, you're going to have until 3 a.m. the following day, that's Eastern time, to catch up on that day's content. So go by whatever time zone you're in. You can Google it if you want to, if you're not in Eastern time zone, so you know how long you have to watch the summit content. So 7 a.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern time the following day is how long you have to watch each day's content. But if you're like, holy smack, I can't even do that, got you covered. If you did purchase the VIP access, you have lifetime access to it. In fact, you get an email way before everyone else. You do. So usually it goes about 12 a.m.-ish Eastern time. You'll get the link to day 1. It'll take you, just click on the link and it'll take you to that day's content if you have VIP access. VIP access, you also have an action guide, a workbook with every speaker, their topic, and the free gift. So it's a way for you to take notes. It's a PDF file, so you will want to download that so you can take notes as you're watching the speaker. So you have lifetime access to this. If you're working and you potentially are going to miss a day or 2, got you covered. Plus, if you did buy the VIP access, every speaker has given an additional gift or discounted offer just for those who have purchased the VIP access. Most of them are like that. It could be courses, it could be cheat sheets, it could be downloads. They gave what they wanted to give. So if you got a course, that's awesome. If you got a book, that's awesome. So they're just very generous with what they're giving you all for this week. Now, there may potentially be some expiration times. I know one speaker in particular is doing like a live workshop that's coming up. So you want to make sure when you check the VIP gifts that you check for a promo code, because some of them do have promo codes so that you can get your discount or to get it for free. And also there's an expiration date to that as well. So you have lifetime access to the content. You also will get audio files. You also get that action guide, that workbook, plus all the Q&A sessions, which I will delete from the group within 48 hours after the summit ends. I will be uploading them into your portal. So if you missed a question and answer time, you will have access to that as well. So by the way, the VIP access will be going up to $117 once the summit ends. So you want to grab the discounted rate now. I will post a link to this. I forgot to do it in the description after I come off this live. So once again, all things summit related are in the guide section except the speakers, interviews, trainings, and master classes. That's going to be on a separate web page to which you will get a link in your email or via text message. Next, grab an accountability partner. Do you know those who have an accountability partner are more successful than those who don't? So if you are ready to see results, if you're like, I'm over this whole weight issue, I want to get healthy, grab an accountability partner. There is a post in the guide section. Just simply say who you are, where you're from, looking for an accountability partner, pair up. There's actually, I state what to do. when you grab your accountability partner. Now, don't just let your accountability partner just hang, okay? You got to do some work. You got to put a little bit of action to it. Your responsibility when you pick your accountability partners, you can do it in 3s, you can do it in 4s. You don't need to just stick to one person. It's okay. Is anytime you're in the group and you're like, oh, I'm watching the Q&A, but my accountability partner is not here, tag her in the Q&A, tag her in the post so that it's a notification for her to remind her, hey. Plus, you want to say, hey, here's my intention for the day, or here's my action step I'm taking. By the way, the more that you participate, you get entries into contests. Yes, I have contests going on for all of you. But first, grab an accountability partner and don't leave each other hanging. Take a little bit of action to that. So the contest, I have some programs and things that are going to be rewarded to you guys. So the more that you participate and are active in the group when it comes to summit related content, it's like you get one raffle ticket to the drawing. So say you just did one post, you comment on one Q&A, that's all you could do for a week. Totally cool. You got one entry into the contest. The more active that you are, though, the more that you participate, the more raffle tickets or entries into the contest that you get. And I literally will put how many times you did something, your name, say you did 5 times, 5 different things, your name 5 different times. Go on it, put it in the pot. I've got some gifts, which is the 5-day Sweet Slasher system. You might have seen it available to purchase when you either signed up or got your VIP ticket. I'm gonna award that to one person. I'm gonna reward the Metabolism Jumpstart Rev Up the Weight Loss 14-day cleanse to one person. I've got an Amazon gift card, $20 Amazon gift card to one person. And I also have some laser coaching sessions that I will be giving away. These are 45-minute sessions, just me and you, talking about what one thing of concern for you to help you kind of get started before the new year even hits, which is coming really, really fast. I had hit on this just briefly. Q&A with featured speakers. There's going to be about 2 to 4 speakers a day. They're going to be coming in live at different times. It's going to start, there's going to be 11 o'clock slot, 3, 6, and on the day there's 4 speakers, an 8 p.m. spot. I'm going to create an event for each speaker. If you have any questions about their content, go into the event for that speaker's Q&A and post your questions. I'm going to ask him or her during the time of the Q&A. I'm going to ask the speaker your questions, and they're going to answer them live just for you guys, right? So this is your opportunity. If you had a burning question or you're like, can you explain what you meant by that just a little bit more so I understand? If you can't hop on live, I got you covered. I'm going to ask them your questions, right? So you can watch the replay. The replays will be up until about 48 hours after the summit, so you can kind of catch up and watch. All right, and did you know that you can actually meet the speakers via Zoom? It's going to be a little happy hour time. So bring an adult beverage, bring some water, coffee, if it's a different time zone and you're like, oh, that's morning time for me, right? Whatever you want to do. And it's as you're going to get a Zoom link once you sign up for that. Now, that's been in a couple of emails to sign up for that. I'll post a link. It's going to be on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. By the way, for those who have the VIP access, I'm contemplating putting the Meet the Speakers event in your back portal too. Let me know if you'd be interested in that, and I will, it'll have to be recorded. So just let me know if you want that. If not, totally cool. It's there for you if you want it. So 7 p.m. Eastern time, it'll be a Zoom link that you'll need to grab to hop in. This is the third, by the way, this is the 3rd annual Beyond the Food Weight Loss Summit. Yes. So this is, out of the participants who join, this is one of their absolute favorite things out of the whole summit is coming on Zoom, very informal setting, getting to know the speakers. I mean, we've had speakers with some really cool lives. Like we had a speaker one year who lived in a yurt and who was a world traveler. So you get to hear from them that, hey, we're real people too. And you might relate to them in a way that you're like, oh, I didn't realize that. So it's kind of cool. You can ask them questions, by the way, during that time. It's going to be an hour long. Shorter if it's shorter, but no longer than an hour in duration. So you want to, it is free. It came with your ticket, by the way. It's free. I highly recommend. Hop on if you can, because it's every participant who's done this in the past, they say by far that was their favorite part of the whole summit, is just hopping on and talking to the speakers. Alrighty, and then also, if you did grab yourself a VIP ticket, you get another option of meeting the speakers. Not every speaker is able to come to both times, so you might catch a speaker that wasn't there on Wednesday. Excuse me, this one's going to be our wrong time. That's actually going to be Friday. It says Thursday. It's Friday. Let me fix that for you. No. It's Friday. Friday night. So if you don't have plans Friday night, hop on. And if you're a VIP ticket holder, this will be, to sign up will be on your VIP portal, okay? In the agenda area, as well as on that day's content as well for you all. So I think I covered everything. The winners of the contest will be, because you have 48 hours to catch up on the Q&As, the winners of the contest will be announced Tuesday. I'll go live or do a post Tuesday here in the group. That about covers it. I've got 12 fabulous speakers who are giving you their best tips, systems, and strategies to help you up-level your health and to help you get to your optimal healthy weight for your unique body. So if you are tired of dieting, if you are tired of counting calories, if you are tired of hearing, hey, I'm a nurse, so I can say this, doctors and diet gurus say all you need to do to lose weight is eat less and move more, and you're like, that's not work for me. Been there, done that, my friend. I was a former professional yo-yo dieter. I am a recovered binge eater. Yes. So it is possible. It is possible. These are systems and strategies that are kind of out of the box. You might not have heard about before. You might not have thought about before, or maybe it's in a way like, I get it now. I'm going to start doing that. Awesome sauce. And don't forget, if you can't, hey, here's my tip for you. Here's a ninja tip that I give every single summit. If you're like, I don't know if I will have time to watch that day's content, grab their free gift right away. As soon as you get the link in the email, go on that day's content, grab the free gifts. And then if you have time, come back and watch their interviews. Because I hear every single time, remember, you only have until 3 a.m. Eastern time the following day to catch up. Every single time I got people emailing me, hey, I didn't get a chance to get their free gift. Get it as soon as you get the link that day. Because once 3 a.m. rolls around, it's going to be, you're not going to have access to that, by the way. So my ninja tip, download the freebies, get the freebies first, come back and watch your content. By the way, lunchtime's a really good time, like when you're clocked out of work, to catch up on some of the stuff, right? Seriously, like just put it down. By the way, you can also sign up for the summit calendar so you don't miss a thing, so that you can get the notifications via your calendar. And it works with all kinds of calendars. I will post the link to that as well. But once again, to get the actual masterclass interviews and training, you have to be signed up for the summit. You can catch the Q&As here, but you have to be signed up to catch their content, because it's going to be on a separate web page. All right. If you have any questions, post them down below. It is me personally who answers all your questions and comments back and forth. It is not a robot. It is not a virtual assistant. It is me personally. So if you're like, oh, I've been waiting for feedback, had a question, it's coming. I'm working my way through everything. If you have any questions about how the summit runs, or if you're like, hey, I need clarity on that, wasn't really too sure what you meant by that, comment below, let me know. And while you're at it, let me know where you are tuning in from. We got people from England, the UK. We got people from Canada. We got people from all over. I'm just curious to see where you are personally from. I'm actually coming to you live from my home here in Ocala, Florida, which, if you don't know where that is, it's about 90 minutes north of, Disney, Orlando area. It's also known as the horse capital of the world, because apparently I'm not an equine expert by any means, but we have the World Equestrian Center here in Ocala, if that lets you know. Apparently our grass is really great, and we've had some thoroughbreds that, were trained here. So kind of cool. I just find it interesting. I just go to the World Equestrian Center and just watch the horses and the shows. That's about my experience when it comes to that. To your health, and I'll catch you right here in the group at 11 a.m. Eastern time for the first live Q&A session. It'll be 11, 3, 6, and 8 p.m. We got a jam-packed day for you tomorrow because we got 4 experts tomorrow, right from the get-go, from day one. To your health, we'll catch you tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone.